Hello and welcome back to Living Not Existing. As always, I'm Josh, and well, I'm just going to start off by saying thank you all very much again for all your lovely encouraging comments and views and everything like that. Really appreciate everything. So I'm just going to start off by saying that, and yeah, well, basically what's going to be happening today. So it's a bit of a late start today, or a very late start really, because it's been chucking it down all morning, absolutely hoying it down. So yeah, I'm sick of that already, the rain, because the past couple of weeks have just been horrible. But and then of course all this week, typically when I've not been able to get down because I've been at work, it's been glorious sunshine all week, and then it comes to the weekend and it chucks it down. So it's just typical. But yeah, so been out and doing a bit of shopping this morning, and I've actually been to B&M, I think it was I went to at first, and went and got some more stuff to go in the greenhouse, which I'll show you shortly, of stuff I'm going to be getting set off. And then just as I've pulled up and got down to the allotment here, I've had my neighbour Dave turned up, and he had a bit of a surprise for me. So yeah, I'll just show you that rather than telling you, because I'm really excited. So yeah, well, so suppose without further ado, better jump out and get sorted. Right, so as you can now see, I'm in the greenhouse. I was cowering away from the rain as much as possible, and obviously finally got a bit of shelter on the greenhouse. But yeah, so the new things in which we've just been and got today, there's Rachel was with me as well as Archie, and well, as you can tell, Rachel's behind the camera now, and Archie's just over there playing away. But he's found something really. But yeah, so he's just happily playing away down here, having a bit of fun. But yeah, so anyway, this new stuff which we just got today is just been and got some seeds, and obviously for getting things sorted and started planting, I just thought, what's something good that can start off with straight away, and before I've sort of fully figured out all the different crops I want to try and do, is a herb garden. And I most definitely want a herb garden. So basically what I've got so far is just got a pack of chives, a packet of parsley, some dill, some basil, some coriander, and then something I thought would be interesting to try out, and now I presume it is the same as the yellow stuff you get in the pot, but I don't know, but I thought it'd be worth having a go. Some mustard seeds, so that'll be interesting to try. Now it says that they get the longer you leave them, and so, what was it? So yeah, if you grow them outside, apparently they get larger with hotter leaves, it says. So it should be interesting to find out. And last thing that I want to try, because so far never had any luck with them, is some California Wonder peppers. So should be interesting to see what they grow like, which they'll probably be growing in here, obviously. But yeah, so I've got those, and then also, obviously for the herb garden wise, as you already know, I've already got some thyme and some rosemary ready for going in it. Now, something that I couldn't find before, but luckily stumbled across today, was a sage plant. So I've got a nice little sage plant there, so that's already started off. And then also some oregano, or oregano, however you pronounce it. But yeah, so I've just got a nice plant of that as well already, to just save starting from seed. Because I'd already picked up the seeds when I was in the shop, and then found those plants, so I thought, well, there's no point starting from seed if there's already plants, and they were the same price. So yeah, so basically I've got that. And then another thing, just to help while in here is now, because as you can see, there's obviously holes in here, and you can probably hear as well from the wind a bit still. And in fact, it just blew the cherry tree over again, which I need to get planted sooner than later. But another thing I got was just a little 5-shelf greenhouse thing. I just thought, put a greenhouse within a greenhouse, considering it's not completely airtight, watertight type thing yet. And so I thought I'd start that off in here, and then just get a little bit extra heat while they're starting in here, because it's been a bit cold recently. We've seemed to have got a second winter, annoyingly. So yeah, so that's that. Other new things, I got a rake as well, but I haven't got that in here. But yeah, but other new things I've got loads of new things all over the allotment, which I've just got. But a couple of other things I can show you is these two little wooden box things down here, just some storage boxes. But yeah, so I'll jump out of here and I'll show you all the other new stuff. Right, so for new things, this is probably the best new thing I've got here, and it's a shed, as you can see, but in flat pack form. Now I actually got this from my mate Simon from Simon Lee Conversions, and he gave me his old shed. Now it doesn't have a roof and it doesn't have a floor, but it does have all 4 sides, so it's a great start, and obviously it's easy enough to make a new floor and roof for the shed. So I'm going to be cracking on with that shortly, but it won't be getting done today, but hopefully it'll get done probably next weekend. That'll probably be, hopefully the weather should be decent, and then I'll be able to get that up, to which I'm thinking of putting that over in that corner over there. Now a few more new things, there's plenty of things dotted about that I've just acquired. Now this is blown over here, so I might as well show you over here. Is the compost bin there, which is alright, as well as a couple of doors which I got from my neighbour Dave as well. He gave me them, and as you can see the shed just looks like a big pile of wood at the moment. It basically is, as well as just some more wooden bits and bobs I got, and but it's actually a TV cabinet stand thing, but that's going to become a coffee table for in the shed. But yeah, and then so that's that with that sort of stuff, as well as brolly and, you know, bits and bobs I've been given. And then I've also got a lump of pallets and a load of pallet wood as well, which is going to come in handy for lots of things I'm planning on building. And then just over here is, well, Rachel playing with Archie, keeping him company. And then there's also a big pile of compost, which I also got from Simon, that was in that compost bin that he'd been sort of making over the past few years or so. So that should be quite nice to get dug into the ground, just to replenish it a little bit. But yeah, so that's that. But last but very much so not least is my new addition that I got from Dave that I was just saying about in the van, which is these guys over here. I finally got chickens, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't even tell you how happy I am. But yeah, so as you can see, I've got 3 hens and a rooster, and they all seem pretty happy in here. So I've just got these just this morning when I just got down here just a minute ago, and got them all set up and everything. But yeah, so they're all nice and happy in there, I hope anyway. But yeah, so they seem all okay, seem fine and happy and everything, and they're all good healthy chickens. So one of them has a little bit of a limp, but it's been a little bit a limpy, lame sort of limp from birth apparently. So it's perfectly fine and happy. It's been, like, you know, it's been strong forever. So, but it's just got a bit of a limp on one of them. So if you do see that, don't worry. But yeah, so that's them. So as of now, for now, I'm actually well, I've just got to fill the water bowl up. There's that to do, and then I'm going to get back in the greenhouse and get those seeds planted. So and the greenhouse within the greenhouse built as well. So I'll see you back in the greenhouse. Right, so I've now watered the chickens. They've now got water and everything, and I've also fed them. Well, they had food a minute ago, but they've got all food and they've started eating it, so they're quite happy there now. Just all sat in there. So I've now also just been in here, and I've now put up, as you can see, I've now put up that little greenhouse within the greenhouse thing. If you can, I'll stand to the side a bit more. But yeah, so that's obviously all sorted there. It's got all the 5 tiers on, and ready for getting all the seedlings on, to which obviously I'm going to be planting in a second. But just a quick thing just to show you, I was just talking to my neighbour Gary, just getting a bit of water from him, because we don't have taps down here, and because I haven't got my water barrel set up yet. But I was talking to him about the greenhouse, and he's just given me all these triangular pieces which I didn't have before, and I needed to cut the glass. And I was saying I needed to cut glass for it, and he said, oh well, what about these? And then lo and behold, he had them. So it's brilliant. So I've now got that sorted. So the greenhouse is now completely tight in, and there's no gaps or, well, barring little gaps that you obviously can't get rid of really. But yeah, so there's now no big glass gaps left. But yeah, so also what I've just done in here as well, obviously I've just said about put this up, but then I've just brought this bench in which all those plants were on before. Just see for putting some things on, just for a bit, having it as a bit of a potting bench for now. And I don't think I did actually show this a second ago, but I got some seed trays as well from B&M. So but yeah, so I've just got them, and I did check out in Aldi, because there was a comment saying about looking in Aldi. There was some stuff in Aldi, but I actually found B&M was cheaper, so no brainer really. But yeah, so I just did that, so I've got them. So what I'm going to do now is I brought the compost in here, and I'm going to get that put in these seed trays, and start getting things planted. So I'll get my seed trays laid out and get all the soil put in them, and then I'll show you that when I start putting the seeds in. Right, so I've now got the soil in these trays, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start getting the seeds planted. And I'm going to start off with the, I've already taken them out the packet, so the California Wonder Peppers. Now these ones, the peppers, I'm really praying that these start off, because so far whenever I've tried growing these, I don't know what any of your experiences are, but they just never seem to work. They might germinate and get to this big, and then they've always died. So I'm really hoping that these work out well, because they've been really nice in a stir fry and stuff like that. So that'll be perfect if I can get that later in the year. But yeah, so I'm just going to start off by putting a few seeds in my hand. So do excuse Archie, he's having a right good play around with the stick. And then just get a label maker, and I'm just going to dib a couple of holes just in the first half of this tray, and I'm going to put, because I've got quite a few seeds, I'm going to put 3 seeds in each one of these, and hopefully the 3 seeds in each one of these is then going to hopefully germinate at least one, to which then once they've grown a little bit I'll pick out and prune them down so it's just the strongest seedling that there is. So I'll just keep going through, putting them in all of these. And so on and so forth, all the way down the tray. Well, for these ones I'm going to go halfway down the tray, and then I'm going to be putting the, I think I'm going to put parsley in the other half of this one, and then each of the rest of them I'm going to fill up. So I'll crack on and do that, and then I'll show you the next bit. Right, so as you can now see, everything is now planted and all in place. So these now need a little bit of water on top, so I'm going to be giving these all the water, and then once they've all been watered, that's it for today really. It's starting to get dark, and well, I'm actually in a band and I've got a gig to go play tonight, so I can't even stay here a bit later and get that sorted. So I'm going to, like I say, get these watered, and then I'll see you back in the van. Right, well, it's come to that time of day again, time to say goodbye and round things up. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you're all as enthused and excited about everything as I am. Obviously, I was saying in the last video about how I was all excited and feeling as though everything was finally starting to come together and that. But then after today, I'm very much so feeling that. I've got the first things planted, obviously all the herbs ready for the herb garden, for making a nice herb garden. And then obviously got the chickens, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about the fact that I've got the chickens. So yeah, it'd be brilliant to see how they come on. But yeah, so that's it really for today. Oh, on the seed front though, just suddenly while I think on, obviously there's those seeds being planted, but if you remember a while back, I did the unboxing of the Jerusalem pine and the ghost chilies and got them planted, and I haven't shown them in a bit, so I'll just quickly show them for you now. Yeah, so that's how they're doing as well. So hopefully shortly, obviously once the weather gets a bit better and warmer, I'll move them down to the allotment as opposed to just being on my windowsill, and then get them all repotted on and everything like that. And hopefully those chilies are going to continue to grow really well, because they're actually coming out really nice now. As you saw, they've got about good 2 or 3 leaves, a good couple, 1 or 2 extra bits, as well as it's just seedling like germination leaves. So it should be quite interesting to see how they come on, which is excellent. But yeah, so that's it really for today. So thank you all very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button. Check out our Facebook link down below. Also check out the Instagram link below as well, because I've now opened a new Instagram account and everything. So that's there as well, just for showing different bits and bobs and everything. But yeah, so as always, I've been Josh. I've been Living Not Existing. Goodbye.